Hi everyone, Rohit here. I've just seen the BBC2 documentary Inside Our Autistic Minds and here are my thoughts. First of all, let's start with the positives. If you've seen one autistic person, you've seen one autistic person. Now this quote is used a lot by autistic people, mainly because we're all different, we're not all the same, right? And in Flo and in Murray, we see two brilliant people who are different in their own way. Autistic traits discussion. Flo did mention in her story that she does this autistic trait called a stim where she rocks up and down, and I do this a lot as well. Alone times and breaks. So when Chris Packham went to see Murray, there was a time where he went to the other side of the room, mainly because he wanted some alone time and some time away from all the loud noises and everything else that was going on. Now I resonate with this as an autistic person because whenever I'm at a concert, a family gathering, at a shop, and there's a lot of things going on at the same time, I cannot focus and I need to go outside to take a break or go to a quiet room just to gather thoughts to myself. Instant connection to important and special things. And with Murray, he really resonated and connected with horses because I really resonate with Sonic the Hedgehog because I just love that hedgehog. I love playing the games. I've played the game since I was really young, and that connection that Murray had with horses reminded me of that connection that I have with Sonic the Hedgehog. The importance of communication. Now, as an autistic person, communication is very, very, very important to me. I prefer straight and honest communication, but I also realise my privilege in being able to speak, and in Murray's case of being a non-verbal autistic person, I can understand and appreciate that speaking is a privilege because people take for granted the different alternative ways of communicating with other people. With an AAC device, whether that's with picture cards, communication cards, different ways of communicating with people, and all of these different ways should not be laughed at, they should be embraced. Also, communicating with different people is so key in developing a good friendship, a good relationship, understanding each other. The story of the underdiagnosed. Now, Chris Packham went to a school in Surrey where it's basically only 4 autistic girls. It was him and 2 other people, and they basically spoke about how autistic women are still being underdiagnosed in today's society, and how a lack of help and a lack of a diagnosis leads to autistic women 8 times more likely to commit suicide. This conversation showed how badly a mess the diagnostic system really is right now. You know, people of colour, women, people of different genders, lesbian, gay, queer, trans, asexual, bisexual. Also, people from different backgrounds and different walks of life are being missed out as well. One more thing, I really love the short films by Flo and Murray and their vulnerability in sharing these these short films around the world for everyone to see. Because for them to unmask and go through that process to unmask must not have been easy, and to be vulnerable as well. Now it's time for the negatives. To be honest, there's not that many negatives for this documentary, but if there was one, I would want there to be more intersectionality. Now I know there's going to be a black autistic man in the next episode talking about being a rapper, and then there's going to be a white autistic man talking about his experience with football stadiums, but I'd like there to be more people, specifically for my culture. As you all know, I'm an Asian autistic person, and I would love for there to be another Asian autistic person so that, I don't know, I feel like there's someone there to, not represent me, but someone to relate back to. I feel like having that intersectionality is really, really, really important when it comes to, you know, autism documentaries or anything to do with autism, because our community is so diverse. It's important that we reflect that diversity on screen and off screen as well. Apart from that, there really is no other negative that I have. Like, the documentary is so good. I kind of like it. So if I had to rate this documentary, it would probably be a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. That's actually really good. I recommend you all to go and watch it because it's so good. And yeah.